Been such a good competition, hasn't it, Alan, to get to this stage, and we're really full of anticipation about the semi-finals.
Oh, we've been treated to some excellent football from these two teams, full of match winners, so we should be expecting some thrills today.
It's the United States in our match for you and Australia. It's an international fixture here, Alan. That'll bring back memories for you and your England career.
Well, it is a proud moment. You stand there, you sing along to the national anthem, and you just want to do yourself justice representing your country.
This is the team announced by the United States today. Well, we've gone with a 4-3-3 formation here for them. Is that the way you see it, Alan?
Yeah, I mean, it can be adjusted. It could almost be a 4-5-1 if they decide to come over all defensive, this team. But if they're on the front foot, that three up front can cause the opposition back four some problems.
Well, with the growth of football, or soccer as they call it in the States, the women have played a big part, and it's certainly accepted at college level and at schools. It's a game that young ladies play in the USA, and that actually pushes up the standards for the national team.
No, I think that's true. And also the TV stations are showing much more interest in it, and that can only help the game spread throughout the nation.
This is the team picked by Australia for this game. And the opposition look as though they're going to match it up here.
Yeah, 2 4-3-3s, it looks like. You don't often see that in today's game, but both these managers like this system.
It's a turnover of possession here. With press. Good strong tackle. Press. Striding forward, purposefully. Press! Goal! It is their first shot in the match, and believe it or not, it's found its way into the back of the net.
Well, if you look back through the archives, you'll see that this player has scored quite a few from these kind of distances, and it is an act.
Well, you get a lot of satisfaction as a goal-scoring forward for knocking one in from that distance. You know you're in the right place.
It was the poacher's effort. The final finish wasn't difficult, but to get there, it took a little bit of instinct.
And that has opened the scoring. 1-0 here. Intercepted well. Can really get at the opposition here. Now Kerr. Here's Calland Knight. Kennedy. Calland Knight. Kerr. Getting forward now into attack Australia. Lloyd. A chance to break away now on the counter. Kristen Press. Bit of space to go forward into with the ball. Press! Oh, well saved. Corner now. That's great defending there, stopping that attack. That wasn't a very good tackle, but the referee has seen that they've kept the ball, and they'll be pleased to play on. You can see the deflection there, corner. You can't see this too many times, this goal. Chance to get the ball in the box. Well, it's called offside. The flag went up.
Well, the opposition pushed up. They were defending a high line there, taking a chance.
Here's Gotti. This is how they love to play on the break. Still a chance in there off the goalkeeper. Just cleared downfield, not a proper pass, because the pressure is so intense. Morgan. Horan. It's with Heath. Good cross into the near post. Two in front now.
Well, keep the concentration, and they've won this match, I think.
A goal here to savour.
Well, coming in from the right, that was so inviting. Wonderful delivery.
Great ball, great goal. Well, let's take another look at the goal. Just widen the margin here to 2-0. It's a very good interception. Going forward well. Marvellous tackle. Press! United States have scored. Well, they've increased their lead here, and that could just wrap up the match.
Yeah, the much better team out here today, and that scoreline reflects that.
And that's a goal well worth analysing again. One team really on their game today, the other very off colour. Still got a bit to do, but this is promising. With great vision here. Wonderful finish. And there it is, her third goal. She is a hat-trick heroine today. Really on top of her game. Well, what a sweet moment for her. A hat-trick.
And every single one was beautifully taken. No wonder she's got a big smile on her face.
I don't think we expected this, such a one-sided affair, but look at the scoreline. To Ford. Striding forward, purposefully. Wonderful chance! Oh, it's a tremendous goal.
Well, if you look back through the archives, you'll see that this player has scored quite a few from these kind of distances, and it is an act.
That does extend their margin now at an important time.
There's a huge golfing class out there, Martin, and that's been shown by the scoreline.
I have to say it's so one-sided today, but all credit to the team that are racking up the goals. Kristen Press. Heath. Lloyd. Here is Lindsay Horan. Clever little back heel. And the tackle there is successfully done. Oh, it could be dangerous. Pulls it back now. Well, the reward is a goal for winning the ball high up the pitch.
Well, we could see it coming, I think. And I think even the team that's just conceded could see it coming, because they kept on losing the ball in dangerous areas there.
Well, you get a lot of satisfaction as a goal-scoring forward for knocking one in from that distance. You know you're in the right place.
No, it was the poacher's effort. The final finish wasn't difficult, but to get there, it took a little bit of instinct.
One team really on their game today, the other very off-colour. Room now out on the wing. Delivered into the box. Well, no danger from that cross because the defender can cope with it easily. Getting the ball back and thinking attack straight away. This is how they love to play on the break. Sweeping upfield and scoring in style.
Well, that is the perfect example of a modern-day counter-attack, Martin. Wonderful.
It was a great race, a great pace, and a fantastic goal.
Well, how quickly did they go from back to front there? What a counter-attack.
I don't think we expected this, such a one-sided affair, but look at the scoreline. It was a good idea to try and use the width on the pitch, but it's gone out for a throw. With press, taking on the defenders. It could be a chance. Very close in and very close to the target. Perhaps could have done better.
Yeah, an unusual choice, I think, just to try and get power behind it from so close in.
Kerr. That's a turnover in play. Can really get at the opposition here. An incisive pass. Real chance. It's come off the goalkeeper, still in play. Really vital interception here. Here's a chance. It's still great move, great goal.
Well, if you look back through the archives, you'll see that this player has scored quite a few from these kind of distances, and it is a knack.
Well, you get a lot of satisfaction as a goal-scoring forward for knocking one in from that distance. You know you're in the right place.
No, it was the poacher's effort. The final finish wasn't difficult, but to get there, it took a little bit of instinct.
Well, sometimes games take a while to ignite. Not this one, not for this team. And the added time will amount to 3 minutes at least. Really in the clear now. Out in front of goal. Keeper's done well. Danger not averted. Opportunity now. Goalkeeper can only parry it out. Beautiful goal.
Well, if you look back through the archives, you'll see that this player has scored quite a few from these kind of distances, and it is a knack.
An amazing first half in this game. Have a look at that scoreline. A glorious first half in this semi-final. Just got to settle down and see it through in the second half to be in the final itself.
Yeah, I think it's a formality for this side. They're far superior to their opponents today.
Still got a bit to... Well, we wait to see what the second half brings. The first half was conclusive, but you don't win the game at half-time. Well, that is a cheap piece of play to give the ball away like that. Got to pass the ball a bit better than this if they're going to make progress. Giving it straight away. The break is definitely on. Oh, it's a tremendous goal.
Well, if you look back through the archives, you'll see that this player has scored quite a few from these kind of distances, and it is a knack.
Well, you get a lot of satisfaction as a goal-scoring forward for knocking one in from that distance. You know you're in the right place.
No, it was the poacher's effort. The final finish wasn't difficult, but to get there, it took a little bit of instinct.
I don't think we expected this, such a one-sided affair, but look at the scoreline. Heath. Kristen Press. Going forward well. Can finish it off. Oh, what a tackle to break up the play. Done well under pressure here to hold the ball as the challenge came in. This could be a chance. Off the post. Good defending when they needed it, really. Got on. The pressure has told, and they've caved in, really.
Well, we all knew what was coming. Certainly the opposition did, but they could do nothing to stop it happening out there.
That was done in a very cool, calculated fashion. Terrific finishing by her.
Well, she has got a reputation for that kind of clinical finishing. What a goal.
I have to say, it's so one-sided today, but all credit to the team that are racking up the goals. Morgan Bryan can't keep the ball at the moment. Here's Gorry. Trying to thread a pass through, but not successful. Free kick given to the USA. Australia going to make a change. Sauerbrunn. Kristen Press. It's a turnover of possession here. Now to Bryan. Krieger. Striding forward, purposefully. Chance for the cross. What a header, and what a goal! Well, for all of you who love seeing headed goals, I do, for sure, I know Alan does. What a good example this was.
Well, I've always been an admirer of good headers, and this was certainly one of those. A thumping effort.
That is a great header into the net from a very acute angle.
Well, she didn't have much of the goal to aim at all. Really good finish.
One team really on their game today, the other very off colour. Here's a chance to go down the outside of the opposition. Wonderful chance! Pressed high here. To Van Egmond. It's Ford. No advantage here, the referee stopped it for offside. Now Krieger. Bryan. Horan. 20 minutes of the 90 still to play. Kristen Press. Bit of space to go forward into with the ball. And shoots! Turned onto the woodwork by the goalkeeper. It could be a chance. That is a fantastic goal.
Well, if you look back through the archives, you'll see that this player has scored quite a few from these kind of distances, and it is an act.
Well, you get a lot of satisfaction as a goal-scoring forward for knocking one in from that distance. You know you're in the right place.
No, it was a poacher's effort. The final finish wasn't difficult, but to get there, it took a little bit of instinct.
I don't think we expected this, such a one-sided affair, but look at the scoreline. It's a very good interception. Into the attacking third. It's a quick break. United States have scored. Well, you get a lot of satisfaction as a goal-scoring forward for knocking one in from that distance. You know you're in the right place.
No, it was a poacher's effort. The final finish wasn't difficult, but to get there, it took a little bit of instinct.
I have to say it's so one-sided today, but all credit to the team for racking up the goals. Just read the intentions of the opposition there to make the interception. This might be it! It's come off the goalkeeper, still in play. Morgan can really get at the opposition here. Looked very good indeed, but the move has broken down. Tight scenario here on the ball. Not a turnover in play here with that interception. Really good aggression of the right kind to tackle so successfully. Lindsay Horan. Morgan. Great tackle. Poor attempt at a pass, really. With good vision. Here's a chance. Comes out off the goalkeeper. Great challenge by a player who's been doing that all game. Now to Bryant. Heath. Switch of emphasis going inside. Still a chance in there off the goalkeeper. And that will end the threat, at least for the moment. Substitute coming on for Australia. And 5 minutes remaining. Here's Kennedy. But USA's ball, it's their throw. Right out for another throw. And the pass not completed, really. To Ford. Opportunity in a wider area. 3 minutes to be added on. Kristen Press.
3 minutes.
This is a USA free kick. The talking to from the referee, the card stayed in the pocket.
Yeah, and you don't always see that. So often the ref will produce a yellow early on and quite often leads to a red.
And the goalkeeper's won it. Got right behind the free kick. Well, it doesn't matter how you win a semi-final, it's just that you win, and they have this great result.
Yeah, all about getting over the line. Nobody remembers losing semi-finalists, but they are the winners.
Opportunity now. Goalkeeper can only parry it out. Beautiful goal.